My oral exam is going to be about a summary of the movie of John Wick 2, John Wick Chapter 2. Former assassin John Wick retrieves his stolen Mustang car from a chop shop owned by Abraham Tarasov, brother of Vigo and uncle of Joseph. John dispatched Tarasov's men in a violent rampage that heavily damaged the Mustang but spares Tarasov under the auspice of peace and returns home, later cementing his weapons into the ground unscathed. After Chop Shop, owner Aurelio takes John's Mustang in for repairs. John is visited by Italian crime lord Santino D'Antonio, who reminds him that he was the one who helped John in his impossible task, which allowed John to retire and marry Helen. In return, Santino swore to a marker, an unbreakable promise symbolized by a bloodhound medallion. Santino presents the medallion to demand service from John, who declines, claiming that he is retired Santino, then burns John house down. John walks all the way to the Continental Hotel in New York City. Winston, the owner of the hotel, reminds John that if he rejects the marker, he will be violent on of the two unbreakable rules of the underworld. No blood on continental grounds, and every marker must be honored. John reluctantly accepts his commitment and meets with Santino, who tags in with assassins his sister, Gianna, so he can claim her seat at the high table. A council of 12 high-level crimes lord. Santino sends Ares, his mute personal bodyguard, to oversee John. In Rome, John infiltrates Gianna coronation party and confronts her in her dressing room. Faced with certain death, Gianna chose to take her own life by slitting her wrist. When Gianna dies from blood loss, he shoots her in the head to complete the marker. On his way out, Cation, Gianna's bodyguard, recognizes John and upon realizes that John was sent to kill Gianna, attacks him. John escapes to the catacombs, where he is ambushed by Ares and Santino henchmen, who intend to tie up loose ends by killing him. After killing most of the henchmen, John is surprised by Cassian. Their intense battle is halted when they crash into the reception area of the Rome Continental, which, like the New York Continental, prohibits any bushes on its grounds. As the two share a drink, John explains why he had to kill Gianna nevertheless. Cassian vows revenge for Gianna's death, promised to kill him quickly as sings a professional wrestler. After John returns to New York, Santino opens a $7 million contract for John's death under the guise of avenging his sister, leading numerous assassins to unsuccessfully attack John's eventually. Cashin confronts John in the subway. John wins the fight and mortally wounds Cashin, but leaves him alive out of professional respect. Injured and desperate, John seeks help from underground crime lords known as the Bowery King, who subordinates treat John's injuries and guide him to an art museum where Santino is holding a gala. John dispatches Santino henchmen and chase Santino through a mirror exhibit in the museum, where he kills the rest of Santino's men and kills Ares in a final fight. He pursues Santino Woods fields to the Continental, where he smugly makes it clear that he intends to remain indefinitely in the sanctuary, despite Winston's warnings. John shoots and kills Santino in the Continental Lounge. The next day, Winston sends for John and explains that per the high table, the contract of John has been doubled and offered globally as a consequence of killing Santino Continental grounds. Winston declares John excommunicate, losing all access and privilege to the underworld resource. However, Winston delays announcing John's excommunication and global bounty by 1 hour to give him a head start and provides him with a marker for future use. Before leaving, John advised Winston to make it known that whoever tries to come after him will be killed.